Josh and Sophia, a married couple and healthcare workers, arrive in Colombia for a conference. Though they seem fine on the surface, their marriage is on the brink of divorce, something they have yet to share with their mutual friend, Marcos. Unaware of their situation, Marcos books them a single hotel room, which immediately leads to another heated argument. Sophia storms out, and they avoid each other until dinner, where Marcos senses the tension. Josh eventually reveals their decision to split, but quickly shifts the conversation to their hiking plans for the next day. The following morning, Sophia reluctantly joins the hike, only to find that Marcos has canceled, leaving her alone with Josh. Despite her hesitation, she agrees to let him come along for safety reasons. After getting directions from the hotel receptionist,
Particularly snakes, big snakes.
they set off. The receptionist warns them against taking a dangerous shortcut, but Josh, confident in his skills, considers it. However, Sophia convinces him to stick to the safer path to avoid encountering snakes. As they hike through the dense forest, storm clouds begin to gather. Josh suggests heading back before they get caught in bad weather. However, when they return to their car, they find a man attempting to break in. They hide, but when Josh confronts the thief, the man pulls a gun. A struggle ensues, and the couple is forced to flee into the forest as bullets fly behind them. Sophia resents Josh for trying to be a hero, but with their pursuer closing in, they make a desperate decision to take the forbidden shortcut, assuming their chaser would be too afraid to follow. In their frantic escape, the couple gets separated, and Sophia ends up falling into quicksand. She panics as she sinks deeper, but Josh hears her cries and rushes to help. He first tries pulling her out by hand, then uses a branch, but nothing works. She struggles and eventually disappears beneath the surface. In a desperate move, Josh jumps in after her and miraculously pulls her back up. While he manages to save her, they are now both trapped in the middle of nowhere with no help in sight. Josh, recalling survival tips from guidebooks, tells Sophia to stay still to avoid sinking further. As they analyze their situation, Sophia notices an egg floating on the surface, sparking an idea. If she spreads her body weight, she might be able to float. While testing this theory, she feels something beneath the mud. To their horror, it turns out to be a corpse. The dead man has a backpack, which they retrieve, finding items like a broken flashlight, a harmonica, a shotgun with 2 bullets, and most importantly, a knife. Josh proposes cutting the backpack into strips to fashion a lasso to grab a nearby tree stump, but the rope turns out to be too short. Back at the hotel, Marcos grows uneasy about their absence. His suspicions are confirmed when he spots the thief from earlier carrying Sophia's backpack. When Marcos confronts him, he notices a bloodstain on the man's chest. A fight breaks out, and as a gun falls from the thief's clothes, hotel staff intervene, detaining both men. Meanwhile, in the forest, Josh and Sophia spot a helicopter overhead. They shout and wave, but the dense trees prevent them from being seen. Desperate, Sophia tries lighting a fire as a signal, but everything is too wet to burn. When she suggests burning their rope, Josh refuses. It's their only hope of escape. As the helicopter flies away, their frustration mounts. While discussing their next move, Sophia suddenly feels sharp pain. Ants are biting her shoulder. Josh hands her a bottle of vodka, which she uses as an insect repellent. As the situation calms, she realizes Josh has been drinking again, a relapse caused by their crumbling marriage. Sophia remembers the gun. They could have fired a shot to signal the helicopter. Filled with regret, she instead removes the shotgun strap to extend their rope, but it's still not long enough. As they argue, a snake slithers behind Josh. They try to stay still, but it gets closer. With no choice, Sophia grabs the gun and shoots, but too late. The snake bites Josh before escaping. She quickly ties off his arm to slow the venom, but he only has about 6 hours before it becomes fatal. Meanwhile, in jail, Marcos bargains with the thief, offering his heirloom watch in exchange for information. The thief reveals that while he didn't kill Josh and Sophia, their chances of survival are slim due to the dangers of the area. Realizing the urgency, Marcos desperately pleads with the police to release him, but they ignore his cries. Back in the forest, Josh's condition worsens, and a blood clot forms on his neck. Sophia, refusing to let him die, makes a crude incision to prevent a stroke. Josh faints from the pain, and Sophia collapses from exhaustion. When they regain consciousness, Josh feels slightly better, but he is still in danger. Determined to save him, Sophia comes up with a new plan. She will kill the snake and use its body as a rope. She lures the snake toward her but misses her shot, wasting their last bullet. With no other choice, she grabs a knife, but the snake coils around her neck. Just as she struggles, Josh musters his last bit of strength and stabs it, killing it instantly. Wasting no time, Sophia skins the snake and attaches it to their rope, finally making it long enough to reach the tree stump. After multiple attempts, she manages to hook the rope and pull herself out. However, Josh is too weak to move. With no other option, Sophia stumbles through the forest, searching for help. As night falls, she reaches a road in a delirious state. Just as Marcos arrives with a rescue team, the team rushes into the forest, and Sophia watches anxiously. Moments later, Josh is brought out on a stretcher, alive and conscious. Relieved, Sophia runs to him and kisses him, signaling a new beginning for their relationship. Their ordeal may have pushed them to the edge, but it also gave them a second chance at love. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.